Hey everybody, welcome to the Artisan Studio. Today I wanted to do another video on pathworking with the Wild Unknown Tarot. Today's card is the Sun card, and I have it just here on display, right in the front there. And I actually wanted to include as well, we have the Rider-Waite version. This is the original Rider-Waite pack. So the coloring is just a little bit subdued from some of the other card decks that you may have seen, but yeah, just to kind of show the comparison of the difference between the two cards is kind of a pretty big difference between them. Some similarities, like obviously this is kind of showing an actual burst of light or of rays of light, so definitely it does give that indication of a sun. Also with the Rider-Waite you can see those rays on the side as well. They're kind of showing. But other than that, that is pretty much, other than the color usage of, we've got the yellows, kind of oranges, and reds, so all kind of like your lower end chakra colors. Both cards have those colors in them. So that kind of gives you a bit of a comparison just to show, you know, how different the images are from each other. But even saying that, I still find that the Wild Unknown Tarot, you know, the Sun card here in this deck, it still gives that idea and the same, very similar kind of point. The only major difference to me in its meaning might change with the child not being in the card, so that kind of more of that innocence is a little bit lost, but there are doves above at the very top of the card of the Wild Unknown, and the dove often does symbolize like that type of purity to it as well. So you are getting still a sense of that in the card. It's just not in the form of a child, and you don't have the horse there. But yeah, I really find the Sun card to me kind of refers more to like a dawning of a new day, a rejuvenation, kind of like your faith and glory and the essence of freedom, and it's just this yeah, this burst of energy that's just kind of surging through. When I look at this card in terms of the chakra colors, very strong red, and you can see the transition to the orange and the yellow. So those ones are very prominent. So that to me says that all your basic needs are being met. That would be like your major red in the center. All of your yeah, kind of any kind of money issues. You know, your orange, your creativity, your passion is there. The yellow being more of your self-esteem and the way you view yourself. So those chakras are all quite open. When I see this card, that's what it reminds me of, that those are doing very well. Those root chakra, solar plexus, and sacral chakra are all doing very well, and that's really good for living a really good, stable kind of life, feeling that sense of foundation, and you kind of get a sense of freedom with that, because when you have those basic needs met, you can really kind of play along with it, and you know, there's a lot of possibilities, and yeah, like it just feels like the door is wide open for endless possibilities of what you can do. So that really kind of gives that sense of rejuvenation as well, and that new growth of where else can you kind of grow from here, because you know, it's just a matter of just going up, and yeah, and just seeking, you know, the highest levels of happiness and freedom. And yeah, there are other colors showing around here too. You probably can't see it too well, so I'll try and bring it a little bit closer, but there we go. There's a little bit of touch of green in there, and you get a sense of some blue, so it is showing a little bit of those colors as well. I'm not sure how much significance like a person would want to give that. Like, would that mean, you know, that those chakras are maybe not as much stressed upon? I'm not sure, but you know, I think they're just kind of, they're still there, and if your eye gets drawn to them, then you can kind of use your intuition to allow you to see if this is more a heart center focus. When I looked at the dove, it's also very much a symbol of hope. It's purity again. It's an aspiration and ascension, and it's also really known as a powerful symbol for love. So this could very well be a, you know, having a child, or having a very strong relationship. So if this were to be a relationship reading, it would come through as a very, very strong and happy relationship. Yeah, so I think it's kind of that energy shooting in all different directions, and being equally balanced as well. It almost looks as if too that as if you could be sucked right down, like going right down into a tunnel as well. So that's kind of a very interesting way. Like, it's very trippy for the eyes. Like you could be going through like this vortex almost. And if you listen to Esther Hicks, you know, she often talks about being in the vortex. So if you were to look at this card as being in the vortex, that the vortex is basically like when you're in the zone, when all manifesting abilities are really in sync, like you're in sync in terms of being able to create what you want to have happen. So, and you know, you're extremely happy, you're extremely supported, and you're always wanting to be in that vortex. That's the ultimate goal, is to if you feel out of the vortex, you're trying to get back in. And it's constantly, life is a constant play of trying to get back into that zone, back into that vortex, being aligned with source, so to speak, in your truest sense, where you are living to your fullest potential and fullest being. So this kind of almost has that essence as well of that vortex to me, where you're really in that zone and flourishing and growing and just blossoming into your fullest potential. The meaning for in the sheet that she gave is new vitality, assurance, and enlightenment. So those are the three keywords that she gave in her sheet as well, so that you can kind of put towards this card. Yeah, and you know, I think that assurance really kind of comes in too. I think that's, you know, when you're in that zone, you know, you have that sense of being fully supported, and you know, nothing can kind of go wrong. Like, everything is just perfectly bright and sunny. So yeah. Well, I hope you find this helpful for your own path working with the Wild Unknown Tarot. I'd love to hear your comments and your different meanings for the Sun card as well. If you have any other things that you'd like to add, definitely feel free, put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your different ideas and thoughts. You know, we can only expand on our viewpoints and grow. So I think, yeah, you guys have a wonderful day, and blessings. Take care. Bye.